Welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast counting down everything this week that made you say, what a time to be alive. And now, Patrick Monahan, Kath Barbadoro, and Eli Uden.
Folks, welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast that casts anything to speak when they say things. It's titled podcast. I'm Patrick Monahan.
I'm Kath Barbadoro.
I'm Eli Uden. Hello.
Hi. Hello, everybody.
Oh. Everyone enjoying their 85-degree late September. More evidence for my theory that fall and spring are no longer exist. We are two-season society now.
Hot and cold. That's what we got.
Yep.
I knew we were gonna have another one. Like, there's always like this. My you got to have your lines ready when people want to talk about the weather, right? Because it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Strangers are gonna bring it up. Coworkers, you got to be ready. And this time of year, I'm always like, it's gonna get hot again. We're gonna get one more week of it being hot, and then it'll get regular style. And
Regular style.
The
weather's going regular style.
That's what I make sure to say when I order my food at In-N-Out. Regular style, please.
Regular style. Don't do anything weird.
Keep the animals out of it. Nothing weird.
On the public menu. I'm ordering off of the public menu.
Yeah. I say that at every restaurant, no matter what I order. I say, and nothing. Don't do anything weird.
Regular style.
Hey, I'll have this one. No funny business, please.
Make it regular.
Don't spit in it, okay? Saying that at every restaurant.
Like, what is this,
like
gas? What are you getting gas? Make it regular? It's like, that just make it. It better be regular, or I'll be upset.
Yeah. At like a Michelin star place.
One normal burger, please.
Michelin star place. Hey, and don't spit in it, okay? This is very expensive.
I'm watching you.
Spit in it.
I feel like ordering off a secret menu is humiliating. I think that's I think it's insulting and undignified. If you like, there's something about it where I'm just like, if I'm doing this, it like, it means I like looked it up online or something. Yeah. That's so uncool. That's very stupid to me. Like, I don't know. There's something about it that makes me feel very self-conscious. And
it's like very, I think it exudes some like need from the orderer, where it's just like, what's going on? Why do you need that? Like, it's okay. You want to just be like, hey, if you order a regular hamburger, I'm not going to think you're like boring. Like, you can just get the Big Mac. It's time tested, time approved.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I want fries, but you have to clean out the whole machine because I want them with no salt or whatever the fuck.
I said the special word that makes it so that you have to turn off the French fry machine and clean it before you give me my fries. I guess
I want some French fries, but run them through the broken ice cream machine first, please.
I saw something on TikTok, and then they all just pull guns on you, and they should be allowed to. Exactly.
What the fuck is your problem?
I guess at In-N-Out it's okay because it's like so, but like everywhere else, it's like that's not a secret menu. That's like a hack to inconvenience the people working there, and they like have to do it because they're not allowed to shoot you in the head.
There's a guy on TikTok who like used to work at McDonald's or like high up or something, and he's like giving away all this stuff, and it's like, man, you were just like piling on these people that work at this place.
You're a snitch.
Here's what you gotta do.
Stool
you gotta
pigeon.
order what's called the McTucker, and what that is it's like, screw you, dude. Like,
yeah.
More for these people to memorize. Like, I don't think not fair.
In-N-Out at least has like some level of customization already afforded to you, but I think forget that. What they should do, which is like the most embarrassing outcome I think for someone trying to do this, is when you order your special secret menu item, just to be like, we don't do that, we don't make that, and they're like, actually, I saw, and you're like, no, we don't do that. And then
we stopped doing that because of that video. We used to do it, and they ruined it. Now we don't.
No, you're a gullible buffoon. We don't do that. Get them with that.
I have dialed 9 and 1. I'm prepared to dial 1.
I'm in England. I've dialed 9 and 9, and then I'm ready to go.
I will also hit send because you can't just. It's not like old phones anymore. You have to actually hit the send thing as well. But
I've actually dialed 911. I'm just hovering over the send.
That's a better threat. Yeah, that's true.
Better threat. Less funny, but better threat.
You guys ever kind of like tune out holding your phone wrong and then start to call 911 on the the like emergency thing?
Yep.
That's scary every time.
That is so scary every time. We've talked about doing that as children before. On the show, yeah.
And once you trigger, I mean, luckily, I think they must have added that sort of like warning time, but like once the call is connected, there is no way to get them to not come. There's nothing you can say where they're like, okay, we're not going to send anybody.
No, they said it's fine. They said it's fine.
Event canceled. No longer happening. Nope, they're coming for you.
Taking my 911 call off the GCal. We won't be coming anymore.
It's like, what? They said it was fine. They said everything was fine. So we canceled.
Don't send anybody.
Don't come down here.
Don't come
No,
down.
but on the weather tip, I feel like I've changed my tune on. I feel like when I was younger, I was one of the people who were like, why talk about the weather? Why talk about small talk? Why this is such blah? And now I'm like, I don't know. It's just a nice piece of life. What's wrong with talking to the coffee shop person about the weather? It's just
Yeah, I hate the anti-small talk. I love small talk. I don't know what is wrong with me. I delight in it. I think it's like, I don't know, that's what your life is. Your life is like what the weather is outside. I don't know. I feel like that it really does like mediate my experience very heavily. So like, why not talk about it? I don't know. I'm not going to talk to a stranger about, I don't even want to talk to people I know about like, I don't know, philosophy or something. Like, what's the alternative? What should we be talking about?
There's something in between, I think, like that's where I like to be. I don't need to have like the same
spot.
Conversation, but I also don't want like, let's just skip all that stuff. Let's get right down to it. What's the most important? It's like, okay, I don't want to talk about that.
Fuck off Neil deGrasse Tyson. Like, I don't want to hear about space or whatever. Shut up.
They're like, yeah, I think I saw some post or something about, they were like, if you're the barista at your coffee shop says this to you, know that they think you're the most uninteresting person in the world. And it was like very casual, normal barista.
Why
small
do you
talk.
need your barista to think you're interesting?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, they're like, if your barista says like, how's the weather out there or something, like what? It's like, or maybe I don't need to come in and unload and like bring my barista into the little novel of my life that I think is happening, because I'm just like, hey, what's up? How are you? Good to hear it. Yep, the usual.
Yeah, here's my big line. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, you know me.
And
coffee,
tapping the 20 or 25% on the little iPad, and that's it. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if I've been like more angry about that than I normally am, or if it's been happening more to me. But I feel like I've been in a lot of lines where someone is really doing their one-person show at the counter while I wait behind them. I feel like it's happened a lot lately, and I'm like, is society crumbling, or am I just, do I have less patience than I used to that I'm noticing this more?
Yeah. And it's like, I want to be like, hey, can they start making my thing? And then you can keep talking. Like, because I'm going to order and then walk away. Like, go walk to where I pick it up. And you can keep, trauma dumping on this, like, person who's just employed and cannot leave this location.
They're held captive. I mean, the worst to me, like the one that really, this happened to me the other night at like a restaurant where you order at the counter. If the person doing that is hot, I'm like, go to jail. Like, you get enough attention in your life. You do not need to be holding this line captive. You're hot. We all see you.
But they've also never been reprimanded, and they've never talked to someone who doesn't seem to want to be talking to them.
Yeah.
And,
that's why it makes me more mad, because I'm like, if you're like, not extremely attractive, you don't necessarily feel entitled to that attention the way a hot person would. So I'm like, hey, if you're just like a lonely weirdo, I still don't like this, but go off. If you're hot, how dare you?
Like, don't worry, I'm not gonna radicalize off this or anything. But I thought it was funny. I think there's like some big streamer that I don't really watch, but he's like a classically attractive, like a lot of those streamers are, where they're like classically attractive, and then it's like, it's so weird, such a weird coincidence that everyone thinks the really hot streamers are like have something to say. Like, but Northern Lion, famously bald streamer, was like, shave your head and see if the bubble pops, like fucking John Hamm style. And he shaved his head and he was like, everyone has been treating me worse since I did this. So I'm not going to radicalize anybody, but yeah, I'm not clogging up the line, or I'm getting called cue ball,
Let's beat it.
So like the streamer did it at because Northern Lion was like, give it a try.
I don't know if it was like give it a try, or if it was like Northern Lion was like probably just like yapping, like talking about how people treat you different if you're bald, and he like tried it out.
But he tried it out because of that conversation.
Yeah, Or who knows? Yeah, or he had to shave his head because someone donated $100. Who knows what's going on there? Who knows? Who knows? These big streamers, like, they're famous, but they're also hooked into like a Matrix style like pod where like, you know, you can pay money to like shoot BB guns at them sometimes.
Well, they're like not allowed to leave their lair until they make a certain amount of money.
Like and subscribe.
Indignities. So.
There needs to be a revolt, honestly. Someone needs to get in there and be like, you do not need to stream for 8 hours. I don't know who decided that, but that's unhealthy. That's not good for anybody.
How long do you do when you stream? Listeners,
2
you can
hours.
watch Eli stream on Monday nights for 2 hours.
2 hours in and out. It's nice. That's about as long as, look, that's the length of a movie. I think it's fine. I think Northern Lion does a similar amount, but like 8 hours, I'm just not going to be doing that. It's like
he's the only one I respect out of all those people.
Yeah.
I have respect
But
for
it was. Kath dropped in. She had no idea what was going on. I was
true.
playing Magic of the Gathering. So
I said I might make you cookies for a thing we're both going to be at tonight. Haven't done that yet, so remains to be seen.
You don't have to make the cookies. It's all right. I don't like to eat. I feel like it's. I don't like to eat like unprompted. Does that make? I don't know why. When someone like this has happened to me multiple times, where like I'm not expecting to eat, and someone's like, "Here, do you want this? I brought banana bread or something. Do you want some?" I'm always like, "No, no, no, no. I'm not coded.
This
I'm not
isn't in
ready."
my plans.
Yeah, this isn't my
I'm not
plans.
primed. I haven't initiated food protocols to get ready for this.
Yeah,
Gonna throw you off. I guess that's like. It makes sense because that's how I feel about naps. Like I can't sleep during the day, even if I'm really, really tired.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like this will fuck me up for the rest of the week. I need to have this very carefully planned out. And if I just fall asleep in the middle of the day, it's gonna ruin everything.
That's part of it, though. That's part. You got to know it's a little. You're gonna fuck stuff up a little bit. That's part of what makes it so good. I think I used to not be able to fall asleep, and now I'm entering. The dad gland is growing where at will you can release it and just sort of like honk out in like an armchair. But
Petty, are you a napper?
Not by design, no.
Not by nature.
Look, I'll fall asleep every once in a while, but no, not usually. That's not.
Yeah.
I don't budget for that.
My
I
nap
like the
hack
idea
is
of a
that,
dad gland, though. I feel like that does make sense. Like dads do have a very specific way of dozing. A dozing dad. It's a real thing.
It cannibalizes your prostate. It's all connected. It's all linked. No, but not.
Your prostate is actually your napping gland, and as it enlarges, your capacity
it
for naps gets
transmogrifies.
Well, this is. I mean, golf is actually therapeutic for this, which is why watching golf is a big. Watching golf and napping together is a big way to kind of take care of those things.
Oh yeah.
But like isn't there a whole thing where golf audiences, Shelby's probably clued in. They're like, especially in America, golf audiences are now just like yelling like go in the hole.
Oh, I mean on
stuff like that.
I mean on TV, not in person.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure it's terrible because no one knows how to act in person anymore.
Right.
At events and in public. But
it's like Happy Gilmore out there, guy yelling jackass. That's what's going on.
I wish. There really is like there are guys that are like get in the hole when the ball is like has just been hit from like 50 yards away, and it's like, well, we'll all find out together. This is not a putt. So
Find out together. I had a dream about golf last night. I had a dream I got a hole in one last night.
I'm just imagining trying to explain that to like a therapist or something. Like, what do you think that means? And they're like, you're probably pretty proud of something. You probably did something pretty
Sounds
cool.
like you have a good sense of self. Thumbs up. You think you can get a hole in one.
When's the last time you swung a golf club?
I very briefly, because my dad really likes to golf, and I very briefly took golf lessons when I was like, I don't know, probably 10, and I fucking hated it. And I never did it again. Yeah. Did not enjoy it. Did not enjoy it.
You didn't like just nailing stuff into the, just whacking it? Phrasing,
like
but...
maybe I was too young. I didn't enjoy whacking it yet. I think it was just like, I really didn't like the heat when I was a kid, and we just were walking around and it was hot. And I was like, this sucks. I'm not, this like, 90% of this is walking around when it's hot. Because we were little, we couldn't drive the golf cart. So, that's half the fun, I think.
I took lessons in middle school-ish, I want to say, and because my dad also golfs. And, I mean, I can still, like, credibly play. You know what I mean? Like I know how to swing a golf club. I'm not any good, and I pull up too early and all the classic stuff. But it really is like when you're a kid, it's hard because depending on like sort of the teaching style of the pro or whoever is giving you lessons, like there are so many things to simultaneously keep in mind in a golf swing that like you're doing one little thing wrong. Okay, back to that. Okay, now you're doing one of the other things wrong that we already talked about. Like you got to stay low. You got to keep your head down. You got to do this. You got to remember this. You got to do this. And it's just like if you're a kid, you're like, man, I just want to go play like Mario Kart or something. I don't want to do this.
Right.
You know?
Let me like go on the slide. There isn't like a wrong way to do that.
But like,
that's the other thing is because we would go to the like country club in my town where it's like I could be doing this or I could be jumping off the fucking diving board, and I want to do that. I don't want to be out here, working on the technicalities of my golf swing, which is like a very unnatural movement if you don't know how to do it. So it just seemed very discouraging. Like I didn't get past the learning curve of it, but I don't know. My brother likes it a lot.
Yeah,
I haven't gone off a diving board in years.
Really. It's fun, dude.
Get back on that.
Couldn't say last time I did that either. Yeah.
Oh man,
when
in
you're
Austin, Barton Springs, the like big spring-fed pool in the middle of town. There's a diving board there, and it's like one of those things where it is in the view of 500 people on like a weekend sunny day. And so like, if you do a good job and you come up and people are clapping, that's like, that's a top 5 feeling for sure. If you do a sick flip and a bunch of people are clapping, awesome. When
you were like that age, you go to the pool to do the diving board and you're truly just trying to like pack as many dives into the time you have. You're diving, you're like power swimming to the edge, getting out, like scuttling like a rat or a crab back to the line. And then that's the kids' version of a coffee is like if someone's taking too long to prepare for their dive, you're like, come on. Adult swim is in 5 minutes. Like
my mom said we're going in 10. Like you got to let me get these dives in. Putting in
when you're in line for the diving board and they announce adult swim and they got to get out of line, brother, collapse to the ground, sob, agony, man.
Can you do a cool diving board trick? You got any tricks?
I mean, I wouldn't do it now because I would turn into giblets, but I used to do flips a lot. I was a big flipping guy.
Big flip guy.
Not the professional one, which I, look down upon. You gotta look like you. It's like karaoke. You don't want people to be like, oh, he knows how to dive. You want people to be like, oh, that weird kid just did a flip. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think about this. That's always something I felt about pro wrestling is like a moonsault, which is like you backflip off the top rope. It's cool looking, but if the person, like the coolest ones are the ones where they always look like they're just about to miss and break their neck. Like that is way cooler than like a gymnastics perfect moonsault. They should I should be concerned you're going to decapitate yourself every time you do it.
With wrestling, it's like, wait a minute. There is a certain point at which it's like, these guys are just doing gymnastics. What is this? These guys aren't fighting. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, exactly.
But
hold on, you're in the circus right now.
But if there's peanut butter on the medicine of gymnastics,
right? But if there's like a guy, who like Brock Lesnar until he landed on his head and almost died,
right?
Used to do a shooting star press, which is an insane concept. Like this is like 20 years ago. Like that, a guy who looks like that doing a move like that is insane.
Yeah,
that's like
he would do like 1.5 flips off the top rope, and he weighed like 300 pounds, and it was fucking crazy looking. And then he did it wrong one time, and he stopped doing it.
Truly almost died. Like
I mean, like the from what I've seen of him, like the spread of weight throughout his body is like antithetical to flipping. Like it would be like watching a bulldozer do a somersault.
Well, because it's just like shooting star press is like you're facing forward.
Yeah,
but you do a backflip while pushing yourself forward. It's hard to like explain. It looks crazy. Like I don't even know how you generate the momentum.
It's like a reverse gainer.
Yeah,
it's like where a gainer is a backflip. But anyway, it's crazy looking.
But
shooting star press sounds like an insert in a school newspaper about the kids who like read the most books that year. Like, I got in shooting star press. I did really good.
I mean, I assume the name. I have to assume the name came from Japan. It sounds like a very. But diving.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say diving occupied a large space in my mind because I used to watch Back to School all the time on Comedy Central. So that was like a key part of that film. And then also a key part of the Sum 41 video for In Too Deep. So it really occupied. It took a weirdly large percentage of my brain. So
should we do numbers? We should probably do numbers, huh?
We should probably do numbers.
Number 5.
Wow, a little mashup there. Love it.
Yeah.
This story comes to us from Punished Eric in the Discord. He's punished. This is exciting to me as someone who is newly into watching surfing. I'm like a surf fan now.
Oh yeah.
This story is about a classic problem. Actually, surprisingly, not as much of a problem for surfers as you might think, or at least like there have been less problems with this with surfing than I would have guessed before I started learning about it. Shark bites. Surfers getting bitten by sharks. The thing I always heard was, the paddler on a surfboard from below looks like a seal, and it makes sharks want to bite him. Maybe true, but like they're not getting bit all that often. It's happened. There are a few people who've had problems, but it's not the main thing. Turns out the main thing is falling off a surfboard and getting driven into the bottom. It's kind of the biggest problem.
Getting slammed headfirst into a coral reef and turned into shreds is the main problem.
Kind of the biggest issue there, not sharks. But sharks still a problem. And they're working to develop shark-proof wetsuits. That's what they're working on right now.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting because, like we said, headfirst in a coral reef, kind of the main issue. They make these wetsuits now for surfers where you basically, if that happens to you, if you start to go down, you pull like a cord and it inflates your wetsuit, and so you float. Like even if you're like blacked out, you'll like float back to the top. So that's how you like don't die. So now they just need to also make those chewable, I guess, is the issue. Because that's how they're trying to shark proof it, is like they're testing them by letting sharks like chew on the stuff and seeing what
Training
happens.
Sharks to attack this.
Basically, yes. That's what's happening. They're training the sharks.
They're filling the suits with seal meat and allowing the sharks to.
Yeah.
I'm curious because, and then looking at it, it's like they chew it. But so what happens? What does the suit do about your head when this happens? Because I feel like, does the shark not just find the morsel, like
the tasty part? Yeah.
Yeah. At that point, if your head is sticking out, you are literally a peanut butter Kong, like floating in the ocean.
Oh no!
It's like hard to chew one side, but the shark can get in the hole at the bottom and go nuts.
Yeah, like floating with you in between its fins like this, and then just kind of. Yeah, that's not ideal. I mean, for like. Generally shark bites are just like a test, and they're like, ugh, and they leave. But unfortunately, that doesn't really help you when you've been bitten by huge, big teeth.
They should be shark-proof these wetsuits by making them gross. Make the wetsuits gross.
Make them stinky down there.
Put that stuff that's on the Nintendo Switch cartridges on there so they taste nasty.
Make them bitter. Coat them in the stuff that you paint your nails with when you want to stop biting your nails.
They gotta
bitter apple spray.
They got to give you stink lines down there because not tasting good is not good enough because they're still good. That means they got to taste. That's no good.
That's
they got to bite.
They need stink lines. You're right.
I'm in trouble. I've pulled this cord, turning myself into an enrichment toy for the sharks. Turning myself into a snuffle mat. It's not ideal.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just stimulating them mentally. That's not what you want to do to the sharks.
Is this a little bit of like almost a robot insurance situation where it's like you said, it's so rare to actually get bit by a shark, but then you get to a point where you're like, well, I don't want to not have it. Like if it happens, I gotta be ready.
Look, I mean, if they make mithril for sharks, I'm pretty sure that if it's affordable, people will buy it. So yeah.
I just I really thought, I guess it's just the thing of like the standards of danger for surfing are so different because like if you're like a very good surfer, you have trained, you're also like an extremely good swimmer. Like you are out in water that would drown a regular person, and it's the same thing where I'm just like, I should never go in that water. Like they come when there's a hurricane. They're like, this is good for us. Like they go out when it's like that.
And I like this.
Exactly. It's good to me. I like this. But my thing is, I just assume, you see a shark in the water, you get out of the water. That's bad. Yeah. That means that shark is going to bite you. And they're like, no, they're just out there. Like they live out there. We just try not to like bonk them on the head with our surfboards. And they see sharks, they don't go in, I guess is what I'm saying, which I think is interesting.
You're much at more risk of getting like blue crushed or whatever,
Exactly. That is more of the problem.
I think they definitely know. As someone, I don't surf, but I have almost drowned before. They're definitely like, yeah, I just took this middleman out. I didn't need no board to go almost drown in the ocean.
I just love that answer someone asks you. Do you surf? No, but I've almost drowned before.
Yeah, so I get the vibe. I get the vibes. It is one of those things. It's the same thing as like, one of those like, this is a weird connection, but like the home workout thing where it's like, use jugs of water. It's like, you don't realize how heavy water is until it's like crashing on top of you repeatedly. And you're like, oh, this can absolutely kill me. So I don't see surfing in my future. Are you going to go out to Rockaway and try to, now that,
think so.
Talk about the Barton Springs diving board, something that you cannot practice without everyone on the beach watching you. Like, oh, brother.
Yeah, I think if I like find myself in Costa Rica or something, I would like maybe give it a try for a day just to see. But it seems like the learning curve is so steep for surfing. Yeah. And I'm just too old, I think. I don't think I would be able to get good enough to enjoy it.
It does. Yeah. It seems like a snowboarding sort of thing where it's like your first day is going to be the least fun you ever have doing it. So you got to do it a couple times. I think
it takes even longer than a couple times. Yeah. And so I'm just like, I don't really have an interest, even though it is like cool to me conceptually.
But think about how annoying you could get.
Yeah, dude. Can you imagine? Oh, I'd be so annoying.
Hang out by the fry shack and yell about locals. Be cool.
Just that being the person taking up the line at the coffee shop doing the one person show, but at Rippers at Rockaway, just talking about the surf, making everyone
gotta hang out
so
somewhere
mad.
called like the Hub or whatever. And dude, I'll say, have you ever skimboarded the little?
Yes.
It's like, man, something you like really can't, because if you're like 35 and you eat shit on a skimboard, you're a story for everybody there. But it's very fun. It's also designed to like rip both your ACLs. Like it's basically designed to put a lot of strain and like imbalance on your knees. So I don't think I do it anymore. But skimboarding's fun as shit.
It's so fun.
Man.
I haven't done it since I was a little kid, but I had this like gaggle of older step cousins who were really into it, and we like they tried to teach me, and I fell and ate shit a bunch of times, but it's really fun. It's really fun.
Yeah. Just zooming along I'm a big body surfer at the beach when I go. I'm truly one of those, another dad gland activity. I love just, you seeing a big fat bald older guy wash up on the sand, like zooming into the sand and rolling over and looking like basically like a golden retriever. And then, walking out of the surf with my bathing suit full of small rocks, being like, whoa, good waves today.
You're talking about being beached, it sounded like to me.
Yeah, I like to be beached like a whale. That is body surfing.
It is fun to get like rolled up in the white water, like getting caught wrong. It is pretty fun when it's like not risky. One of the surf things that I've been watching is there's a TikTok account for this beach in Hawaii that's like, there are signs everywhere that's like, don't go in unless you know what you're doing. Like there are lifeguards there, but it's like tourists do not do this. And it's really funny because it's just videos of people getting their shit wrecked after ignoring the signs, or people who like, it's just very obvious from like what they're wearing or what they have with them that they are like not prepared. So it's like lifeguards running up to them before they even get in being like, we know you're not. We know you can't do this. Like
you're not prepared.
You have swimmies on. Like you can't. You got full on swimmies on, dude. Get out of here.
Swimmies on. Man, I have such a vivid not to be gross here, but I have like a day in Ocean City, Maryland, wearing the bathing suit with the netting in it, the horrible netting, and just body surfing for like 4 hours and getting so many shells caught up in the netting that I like ripped up, not like to medical intervention, but like ripped up my like gooch and business and had to be like put on IR for the rest of the trip because I did too much body surfing and got a bunch of sharp shells in my
business.
My business, no.
I like that you were just like toughing it out until you were done though. Like,
well, it's like a sunburn.
Later we're like, hold on.
Yeah, it's like a sunburn where you don't notice it as much right away, and then you like go sit down at the pizza place and you're like,
something happened.
Yeah, something is tender.
The netting does seem designed to do that. That does
netting
seem
sucks.
Like a problem.
Mm-hmm.
What is the purpose of it?
Support.
To
another dad thing. Support. You gotta have support.
Support.
No matter how casual or like intramural level of the sport I would play when I was younger, my dad was like, "You got to wear a supporter," and I'm like, "I'm not wearing a supporter." You know? Do you know the supporter?
Jockstrap? With
yeah,
a cup?
yeah. Which I think now are more like basically for like sex parties than they are
right.
used
It's
in
like
athletics.
it's like garters or something where it's like people used to need this, but now they're just like horny about it, and nobody really.
Yeah. It was like the thing to like strap your cup in or whatever. Yep. But man, a cup. I haven't thought about a cup in years, but one of the most horrible inventions of all time.
I don't think I ever played a sport at a serious enough level that I've ever had to wear a cup. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I've never been cupped. I don't think.
Baseball at a certain point you start wearing a cup because
that's the one. That's the one I'm thinking of, and I never got to that level. So
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
cup check before we record in person.
The cup check, dude.
Check.
Man.
Yep. My brother, I think for soccer too, had to wear one.
You start wearing them, but then in soccer, I think it's one of those things where you wear them for a very brief period, and then you get good enough where it's like dangerous to wear one. It's like why like football players don't wear it because they're like, you will just shear off your business, so you got to not wear one.
The impact will be so strong it will just.
It's really a baseball
thing. Turn this into a blade.
It's really a baseball thing for just if you get if you just get a fastball or a hit straight to the like right on the conch, and then Yep. And then it's good. Then you just get a little ring. Anyways, we've dove deep enough into this subject.
Yeah. Well, good luck to the wetsuit designers. Maybe don't make sure these sharks aren't developing a taste for this material. Make sure it's not like they're dentine fire, where it's like, oh, they're spitting it out, but they're chewing it up a lot first.
Dentine fire.
That's my gum of choice. Got to plug.
Oh, yeah.
Dentine Fire, sponsor me. Cinnamon gum. Really good.
Mm-hmm. You don't want it to be like paper towels where they're like, they actually love the texture of this. They love to rip it up. So
Yeah. Very true.
Folks, in this week's bonus episode, we talk about some Gen Alpha slang, which is as inscrutable as ever. We also talk about the joy of gambling.
And we give you our breakdown on the matchups in Fat Bear Week. Who do you want to put your money on?
Check all this out on our Patreon feed, patreon.com/whatatimepod. We do a bonus episode every single week and also put out ad-free versions of our main feed episodes. Patreon.com/whatatimepod. Check it out. Number 4?
Number 4
this week comes to us from Outer Chaos in the Discord. This is just a classic hijink. I think this is just somebody finally did this.
One jink.
One jink. A hijink.
A lone jink.
And so this is about in Seattle, there was a car theft. Nothing too crazy yet. So a guy stole a car. Obviously, then people realized the car was stolen, and then as they do, chased him. Which I guess you want your car back, but I feel like if they start chasing your stolen car, your car's getting wrecked. So it's like, just let them go and pay me back or whatever. Or, find it in the forest abandoned later and give it to me. So I don't have to just be like, oh, my totaled car. Thank you for bringing this back to me. Thank you for fetching this. But this chase had a development that is, I think, sort of quicksand. I would say this has quicksand vibes of something you thought was going to happen, you were going to see, or was going to happen a lot more when you were a kid, which is that as part of the chase, they found themselves confronted with an opening drawbridge and had no choice but to jump that sucker. Jump the drawbridge while it was opening.
Sick.
And they did it successfully. So they're feeling good. The only thing that could make it better is if the drawbridge was also like a state line, So they're like jumped out of the jurisdiction.
Right. Now you're in
cops.
Mexico. They can't come get you.
They're standing on the other end of the drawbridge, throwing their hat down on the ground, throwing their gun on the ground. God
damn it! That is sick. I feel like you should just get to keep the car at that point. You earned it.
Yeah. You did a pretty cool thing. Of course, it did destroy the car because that's what happens when you take a car more than 3 inches off the ground in any situation. Wait,
what kind of car was this?
There's
like
a video
Jetta?
of it. It's white. That's pretty much as far as my car knowledge goes.
White car.
That's
Yeah.
me too. Yeah, I'm kind of car blind. I don't really know, but I just like it. It's like a little sedan, right? It's not a car that jumps stuff. It's not an off-road vehicle.
No, it looks like a Nissan of some kind or something. It's your classic four-door sedan.
Yeah, it could be
nice.
like a Subaru Outback or something, like an old one. That kind of vibe.
Yeah, but not a jumping car, and then not because it's not like all those like supercars or that sort of shit. Like those are like even worse for any. They demand completely flat ground, right? You'd think you're like, oh, I get a Ferrari and I go crazy, and it's like, no, you need to drive it on like the flattest ground possible.
If you take it over a pothole,
dropped
it'll
so low,
explode. Yeah.
Yeah. There was like, so yeah, they jumped the bridge. And yeah, that's the thing is like when a car jumps at all, like it doesn't land on all four. It's like those videos we've talked about of where they just use like the GTA engine to just fire cars off bridges of different makes and models. They use like
those.
simulators. And they're like, what happens when Ford Bronco goes off bridge? And then you just get to see it fly.
There's a part in One Battle After Another that looks almost exactly like those videos. Like
Oh, really?
The place where it's happening looks like that. There are shitty cars driving really fast. Like it did call to mind those videos. I was like, where's the giant swinging blades they're going to drive?
The pendulums.
Where are the pendulums?
Firing through Sen's fortress.
Disembodied chainsaw spinning around. Why isn't that here? Yeah.
There's a good streamer who like does like driving games, and then when he crashes, he acts it out, so he like bounces all over his chair and his headset flies off, and then he just like sits there on stream like he got in a crash. But yeah, I mean, you take a car off like. So yeah, there's a huge hole, severely damaged from the bridge jump, including a large hole in the windshield. You do anything but land perfectly, the car is just going, shattering.
Right. It's
Plus
like
the
my
crumple
knees.
zones.
This whole car is like my knees. Just take me a couple inches off the ground, and bad things happen when they come back down.
Haven't jumped in years. My knees are my crumple zone. My knees immediately break to protect my soft tissue, my organs hit the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this is truly, if they had that, they could make a whole industry out of like it was tubing or go-karting. If there's a place you could go and just pay some money to drive a junker and jump a bridge, I mean, the waivers would be crazy, but people would be lined up.
It would be fun as hell. I'm imagining the drawbridge was not that far open during this stuff.
No.
Right?
It's never as cool as you think. It's like...
No. But it's still sick.
And it's still high risk.
Oh,
it's still like you don't make that little hole, then you're stuck on a widening hole.
Right. It's over for you pretty quickly if you don't make it.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, the problem with the drawbridge is like as it opens, it creates a perfect angle for you to get over it. Like if you go fast enough. So they need to stagger the opening to prevent Dukes of Hazzard shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if it's like a one way, make the approach side open lower so that you can't jump it,
Oh,
I gotta think
but
these
then the
things
other
through.
side is even
Hello,
better.
engineers. I have some thoughts about this
They
very
gotta just-
common problem we need to
Have you thought about
against.
this way to make a bridge? No
Hello,
comments.
sharks.
No comments on any other part of the process.
Nope.
Hello,
Make
sharks.
the bridge
This
open
is
different.
not what we do here. We don't take infrastructure suggestions. You got to make them just
Oh,
snap
man.
up immediately like a Wile E. Coyote trap.
do it.
Like, whap.
Just do
I'm
it
sorry.
like
I'm just imagining a Shark Tank, but just for ideas, which is something
Thoroughly
I need.
unmarketable. Yeah.
Do you have? It's like all $1 equals $2 shit. That I want a shark. I want a Shark Tank for that.
Have you ever watched the I highly recommend. There's like a supercut on YouTube of people pitching LLMs or not LLMs.
MLMs, multi-level
MLMs.
marketing.
Yeah, no, pitching LLMs, they get $1 million. AI, what does it do? It's unclear. Let's
Don't
base
worry
our whole
about
economy off of it. Let's
You
prop
say
up the
that-
entire American economy on
that's
this.
right. You just become a load-bearing part of. Yeah, exactly. It's important.
Hello, sharks. I have an idea that does nothing, and I'd like it to be 20% of
And
the
it's
S&P
changing
500.
everything.
But no, just there's a supercut of people like pitching pyramid schemes on Shark Tank, and
That's
then the
sick.
sharks slowly explaining to them. They're like, one of them that's so funny. They literally they describe to the guy like, okay, so there's a bunch of people at this level, and he's like, yes, and he's like, now there's a next level with less people, and he's like, yeah, and then a higher level. And they're like, what shape did we just build? And he's like, no. And they're like, yes.
It's not
shoppers to retailers in a form of a cashback card. This is going to reward you with a lot of money in the future. With one card, Lioness guarantees you
What a name.
cash back into your bank account after your routine purchases. The shoppers register for free and
up, and then the deal is we should go sign up other people, right?
Absolutely.
And they sign up other people.
Isn't that a pyramid scheme?
it's a straightforward business. I mean,
Andy, we are
here's the way it
here's
works.
the deal.
Just simply.
You're losing us.
Simply. Just no. Hear me out. Delightful.
Great. Just pitching Cutco. It's not even your business.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Cutco. That's a good one.
Cutco, baby.
Yeah.
Cut a penny in half in case you needed to do that. So, but yeah, you know what else is a pyramid? This an opening drawbridge in a way.
That's true.
That's the shape it makes.
Yeah.
Think about it. Just make the bridge.
Then-
make it like have a little wall that goes up on both ends.
Yeah.
Also as the bridge goes up.
Bollards.
and then you won't be able to clear it that way.
You get some bollards instead of those little dropping arms that just look more fun to drive through.
Yeah. That is a
Yeah.
problem.
We do just need more bollards in general. I think that's
Yeah.
a lot of problems.
But what was the rest of your plan, Patty? Not Shelby.
That was it. Just
Okay.
like, you just have like a little wall that goes up on, or a little like like they have at the stock market. You know, like those like things that are meant not. I guess it's kind of like a bollard, but it's more like a ramp that goes up and you're on the other side of the ramp kind of thing, so you can't get in. But just do it that way.
Look,
you know.
Or the
this is clearly a huge problem in our society.
Nobody
People keep
who
jumping
builds
drawbridges.
bridges has thought of this, obviously.
Or you get
Otherwise,
those
it would have been done.
the thing that where there's like Wolverine claws in the ground, you know, in front of like
Yeah.
federal buildings.
This is
Yeah.
like do you guys know that story about, not to go off on a huge long thing, but there was a tower in Midtown it's like cantilevered, so it's like these big pillars and then the buildings on top of it.
Yeah, it's like
And-
recessed at the the bottom
It's
levels.
because
yeah.
there was like a church there that
Yep.
didn't want to move, and so there was like an architecture student, I believe, basically was like, so how is this built? This is crazy. How did you account for yada yada yada? It's like, okay, it's like, and what if the winds hit this level if they're crosswinds? And the architect was like, huh. And like did
read about this.
and did some math, and then like at great personal and professional cost, I would imagine, was like, hey, so we need to like secretly do a lot of shoring up, or if anything happens like this building is going to collapse and fall.
Yeah.
And,
Wow,
and,
good
yeah.
for him. Instead of just being like, it's probably going to be fine.
Yes, I mean,
Like-
I would say I agree. I mean, like, that's crazy. That is something to be commended, I think. To actually like admit and acknowledge. I mean, it's obviously, you would think anybody with, you know, a conscience would do that, because
Sure.
the stakes are obviously crazy. But like most people would be like, no, I don't think so, or that can't be right. I must have accounted for that, or what do you mean? You know, but he was like, nope, we got to. Oh brother, we got to
Yeah.
get this fixed.
Oh, brother. Number 3?
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3 comes to us from False Flag Fajitas. We are still waiting to find out what really happened that day.
Is that what is false flag fajitas? When they like send out the smell and the noise, but there's no fajitas. It's just a hot plate. Somebody's carrying.
A platter with a tape recorder on it.
Yeah, because
Ooh,
they
boy,
want that effect.
Hey,
They want that effect of more people ordering them. They're like,
What the
fajita
hell?
orders are down today. Carry the tape recorder around.
Some nice fajitas ASMR.
just wait to see how long this goes.
How many fajitas are we making?
How many? Yeah, why are you chopping after sizzling? You gotta chop everything first. Gotta get your
We're
knees
done.
together. Come
No
on.
more chopping. All right, so number 3
Number 3.
is another. Well, speaking of schemes, this is another scheme that I don't really understand how this person thought they were going to get away with this. But a there is a lady who was sentenced to prison for trying to claim, basically like trying to like auction off Graceland, claiming that there was a loan, basically trying to foreclose on a loan that she claimed had been made on Graceland, and Graceland was collateral, claiming that Lisa Marie Presley, who has passed away, like basically like she took out this loan and we hold the loan, and you got to pay us $3 million, or we're so anyway, I mean, presumably Graceland, they have a lot of money that I guess the angle is that they can pay it and they'll just do it without thinking, I guess, maybe is the thought. You know what I mean? Like, oh, geez,
right.
we got to clear this up.
So did the scheme start when Lisa Marie Presley died, where they were like, oh, we can send our letter saying, hey, you have this loan.
This person from like another state claimed that, Lisa Marie Presley like borrowed like $4 million from a fake lender and had said Graceland was collateral and presumably presented all these documents and then threatened to sell it to whoever if they didn't pay off the lien, basically. And
we'll sell it to whoever.
Offered a settlement, you know what I mean? Not the full loan amount, but what?
Right.
And, she posed as 3 different people allegedly involved with the lender. Fake loan documents, fake foreclosure notice in the newspaper in Memphis, all this stuff. And then like the granddaughter, Riley Keough, like sued and was like, what the? And the judge was like, no, we're going to stop that. And then this lady is, she's going to jail now. So
you know what this scheme is? This is like the like paperwork analog version of finding a famous person's Venmo and requesting money from them. That's what this is.
Yeah, sending a G-chat to.
I mean, you can, I guess, like when people are. I mean, this is a pretty bold move, I guess, considering the high-profile nature of it. But like. Yeah, when people are vulnerable, you can kind of swoop in and they're trying to get their hands around what's going on with this estate. And I don't know what happened. I wasn't involved in managing this, whatever. If she aimed a little lower and had not threatened to auction the place off, who knows? You know what I mean? You send some fake contracts or something that, here's some services that were provided that, I'm owed for. Yeah. As a executor of an estate, you're supposed to like settle up any existing bills and stuff that were due. You could probably squeeze somebody for somebody who's wealthy for a little bit of money that, and I don't do this. It's illegal, whatever. But, like that's something that, but like this, like we're going to sell Graceland if you don't give us this money is like, okay, I have to look, I have to look into this a little bit more, right? Like I can't just
just be like, hey, I trimmed the hedges there a couple months ago.
I haven't. Here's an invoice from my lawn work. Yeah, it is like, it's interesting because some of the stuff you have to do in order to make this work, it's like if you aimed lower for less money and something less famous, I could see this working. The problem is if you put a foreclosure notice for Graceland in the Memphis newspaper, like people are going to go, huh, Graceland, interesting, and like follow up. You know what I mean? Like you can't be. I'm pretty sure Graceland is a National Historic Site. I don't think you can like.
You gotta live inside the margin of error. That's where you thrive as a fraudster.
Right.
I also never seen.
You got to pay me like $60,000. You know what I mean? Like, something like that.
I mean, this is. Do you not get a million of these in your email all the time? I get so many fake invoices.
Well, that's of course for what do we get them for the podcast too all the time for like.
I'm getting a lot of tools from
podcast
Harbor Freight.
Services.
It turns out
Harbor Freight.
a lot of Harbor Freight tools.
Norton. I think we get hit for like a lot of $600 Norton things and a PayPal receipt or whatever.
Yep.
Man. I was getting a lot of Harbor Freight. I went down like a mechanic video YouTube hole, and they were like trying to sell me crazy amounts of Harbor Freight stuff. They thought I needed a new fucking torque wrench real bad. I was like, I've never owned a car in my life.
I don't think I even know what that is. What is Harbor Freight?
It's tools. It's like
Outdated.
It's like shockingly expensive tools.
Not handy. So then I guess part of the defense then became, after the scheme fell apart, this is from The Guardian, Finley, who has a criminal history that includes attempts at passing bad checks, tried to make
bad checks is classic, dude.
It's classic.
I love bad
on Lie,
checks.
Cheat, and Steal, that's like the McDonald triad or whatever it's called of serial killing. For people who are, for liars, passing bad checks is like the wetting the bed of people who do bullshit. Everybody's passing bad checks, dude. It's bread and butter for liars.
Just go for it. That's not an endorsement or anything, you know, but it's like squatting, I feel like, where it's like, it probably works if you're willing to destroy your life if you get caught doing it.
Yeah.
You're like,
the other
you
thing
get some
is
benefit.
everything that you can do wrong is wire fraud. Like that is what they will eventually charge you with if you do any kind of shenanigans fall under the category of either wire or mail fraud.
Well, with the internet, how it is, everything's wires.
Everything's wires.
It's all wires. It's crazy. So they sent after this like all started falling apart. Basically, the lady sent an email to the AP, so to the Associated Press. This was all in the this all started when the press was like, "Whoa, there's like an auction of Graceland. This is crazy.
Right.
Let's dig into this." It's like again,
Sure.
maybe don't be so high profile.
Aim lower. Yeah.
But and the same email address that said an earlier statement, like. Basically, like they tried to drop. She tried to drop it after the judge, like like put an injunction in place. Then they tried to back away and were like, "Well, the loan was recorded in a different state, so legal action will have to be in multiple." Just trying to whatever, from the person.
This will have to be a federal case.
It's fine. So the person's trying to go away basically, and then they followed up with the AP, and it's a statement in Spanish for some reason. That the foreclosure sale attempt was made by a Nigerian fraud ring that targets.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Always blaming the Nigerians.
Tried to hit the Nigerian prince situation. We're doing the Spanish prisoner. We're doing all the classic stuff here.
Which one's the Spanish prisoner?
It's the same thing basically. It's like, but it's a Spanish prisoner is just like wealthy prince or something is basically held captive, and if you give me this amount of money, then you'll get more. It's kind of the same. It's a more urgent version of the Nigerian prince, kind of thing.
This is on the Spanish AP, which is of course AP, whatever news is in Spanish.
No, but I mean, I don't even know why. Throwing the Spanish in is trying to really throw people off the scent even further. But it's Lisa Janine Findlay is the name of the lady who was sentenced. So
that famous Nigerian prince, Lisa Janine Findlay,
a Nigerian
three
scammer
names
who you would assume speaks Spanish primarily.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, this. Yeah, so not much to defend herself with here. The defense attorney said, "Come on, no harm, no foul here. Nobody lost any money.
Can't fault him for trying, huh?
Come on. My client only attempted murder. What's the big deal?"
The three names also another serial killer fraudster overlap. I feel like three names.
Sure,
Your Honor, the hitman missed.
I lost money on this. I should be.
I should be great personal expense to create these fraudulent documents. I'm suing for compensation. Yeah.
Man, every time I see a story about when someone fails to hire a hitman or whatever, it is always just so shocking how not expensive it is. I feel like that's the biggest thing that jumps out to me in those stories. Someone's they paid them $5,000, and I'm like, what? That's like a nice computer. That's crazy.
I'd imagine if you're getting a bargain on a hitman, that's a fake hitman. That's why how you get caught is because you're lowballing.
Bad hitman.
I hope a real hitman would charge more money.
Yeah.
But I guess sometimes you do hear about a real hitman doing it for not that much money. So
it's a real buy it for life situation. You want to get one good hitman instead of multiple bad hitmen.
It's not a job you want to see much turnover in. Yeah. Speaking of which, I rewatched I watched all of it actually when I was in bed last night. Whitney's away for the week, so me and Liza are having a lot of movie time.
A lot of bedtime.
We watched The Killer, which is very fun, especially the second time. Because the first time you don't know what's going to happen, and
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's about a hitman who keeps fucking up, basically. But the whole thing is that he's got this running monologue of never have empathy, always be prepared, and all this kind of self-help stuff, and then he keeps blowing everything and you're just wait,
that's funny.
It's Fassbender, right?
It's Fassbender.
Yeah.
So I actually enjoyed it a lot more the second time. I liked it the first time, but the second time it was a lot funnier because you kind of dial in on what he's saying over and over again, and then something happens. You're like, wait, fuck, this guy is completely out of his. Yeah. Anyway,
is it supposed to be funny?
It is supposed to be funny. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a famous, I think it's supposed to be good. It's, I think, Australian maybe or British show called like Mr. Nobody or Mr. In Between or something. And it's just a guy who's a hitman and like doing that sort of stuff where he's just like a sociopath. And then people try to like involve him in their stuff because he's like, I don't do that. Look,
Big
I just do
YouTube
it.
short show.
Big YouTube short show.
That's where Eli's seen it.
Yeah,
outed.
Shelby's got me by the by the trotters. It is a YouTube short show.
I do like the idea that he's doing like the lion doesn't concern himself with the opinions of sheep monologues while he's bungling everything. Like,
Yeah.
that sounds like how all those guys are in real life, which is delightful.
He's slamming nootropics to enhance his aim while he's eating.
It really is kind of like that, the first thing that happens that goes wrong is kind of like a weird fluke thing, but then from then on it's just like you can tell he's very like he's very considerate and he's got a lot of contingencies planned, but still when it comes time to like executing some of the stuff, it's just like, wait, shit. All right.
Fuck.
But it's not played.
I
He
forgot
doesn't like
the
overplay
bullets.
it like a zany
Right.
guy or anything.
It's
You know
not
what I mean?
madcap. It's just like
because it's
shit.
Fincher. I mean, it's
Yeah.
serious, but it is. You can tell it's meant to be. I mean, he's supposedly a big comedy guy. Like he's like a.
Really?
It doesn't come across, but I think he is a guy who considers himself to have a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
Check it out.
This lady.
Get Fincher back on Mindhunter.
Good luck to her.
Netflix
That's-
I guess I can see Fincher being funny now that I think about it. Like Gone Girl has some really funny moments in it, and Fight Club, and yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
But that's like interpersonally, I think, more than anything else. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like the movies are obviously all generally very serious. But yeah,
A lot of physical comedy in Fight Club. Like when Jared Leto gets pulped up, that's just slapstick.
Man, Jared Leto getting pulped up in a lot of movies. That he gets killed in American Psycho in a really funny way too, if I remember correctly.
Well, it's like what the guy in Fight Club says is just true about Jared Leto in every movie, where it's like, I wanted to destroy that face or whatever, and it's like, that is Jared Leto, actually. Everybody in American
It's weird
Psycho.
that
Stoned
he's like,
in Panic Room.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's always getting domed.
He has cornrows in Panic Room. That was a big part of that movie to me. Was just
Panic Room rocks.
That movie's sick. It's really good.
check it out for Jared Leto. It should on the
Also
cast
Fincher.
list.
Also Fincher.
On IMDb, like the actors should be listed as Jared Leto with cornrows. Like it should be like played by Jared Leto with cornrows.
I mean,
Also credited as Jared Leto, but in this movie, credited as Jared Leto with cornrows.
Yeah. I mean, no, there's nobody who could do it like Forrest Whitaker does in that movie. That is a very complex performance. He is the man for the job. Okay, let's go to the next thing.
Number 2.
Number 2 comes to us from my bussy and me. In the Discord, but he sent a blue sky link. This is the story's in Japanese, so I don't have a lot of extra information. But Japan, a lot of mushrooms there. Turns out, good place to forage. I guess that makes sense. It's like rainy forest there. This seems like a very like Miyazaki activity, foraging for mushrooms. This guy was in Hokkaido. 87-year-old man went missing while he was foraging for mushrooms. So they initiated a big search. Old guy in the woods. Never a situation you want, could be bad. But don't worry, this guy. The news came. They were interviewing his friends. And while they were interviewing his friends, he emerged from the woods behind them and was like, "Hey guys, what's going on?" And they were like, "We're looking for you." And he was like, "Oh, sorry. I was foraging for mushrooms." He did a Cresta Hill hey dudes to these guys.
He's like, "What?"
Yeah. They just look behind them and he's coming out of the woods.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hi.
I mean, on him, like, it's 2 days. I think if you're ever sleeping in the woods, people are looking for you. Like, if you're going if you didn't say you were camping and you're in the woods and night has come and gone, there's a search party. Like, also foraging for mushrooms. I assume this guy, if he's 87, this isn't his first forage. This isn't his new hobby.
He just got into it.
But like, less than zero chance that you ate the wrong mushroom and you're just under a tree somewhere in the forest. Had a damn death cap.
You're turning into mushrooms now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There is
Slowly.
like this whole thing is there's like tons and tons of people in this search. They're all wearing like these like yellow like search and rescue windbreakers and stuff. And then they're doing this interview on the side of the street, and the guy just comes walking over, and he's like, they're just pulling up. He doesn't even look like he's been in the woods for a day. He just looks like he, you know.
He's wearing a varsity jacket.
He's wearing a
bomber jacket. It's like that. Is it Tom Takar's bit that I love about how that's his favorite like fashion icon is old Japanese men on the subway, and he says someone just wearing a hat with a bedazzled word "bitch" really big on it.
Sick,
just rocking it.
I saw so much good stuff like that in India. There was this little kid who like lived across the street who had like this denim outfit, like jeans and a jean jacket. And they had embroidered dump trucks on them, and the pants just said "internet" down the side. I was like, this is the coolest thing I have ever seen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Also, I think that they should have thought about the possibility that in the forest, of course, he just got involved in a Princess Mononoke situation. As we said, very Miyazaki, like he's now involved in helping the guardian spirit of the forest. He's involved with the Kadama. We're working very closely with the Kadama to protect the forest. This is all big.
He might not know that a day or two has passed. You know, like he might have gotten, involved in some magical thing. Also, everyone is being very nice to him and like laughing and stuff, but like, you got to be a little pissed off.
Yeah.
You know, he did waste everyone's time. So
they should make I hope he gets one of those. Remember we did the story about the, I can't remember. I'm trying to think of the word. The playing cards or the like the magic cards, but for the elderly people.
Oh yeah.
He should get one of those.
Collectible old guy carding. Yeah,
like the old heads, like collectible cards.
The unks.
He's got to be, and it'll be thematic. He got to be one of the ones that's not in every pack. There's like he's like serialized. So there's like only one or two, and they're just golden ticket style hidden in the packs.
He's mushroom type. He has like fungus powers.
I was gonna say, that man is got grass. He casts grass spells or earth spells, or whatever we call it. Yeah.
There's got an illustration of him popping up out of a little hedge. His head. He's emerging.
Yeah, this guy rocks. Good. I wish I had some English coverage because I'm sure there is some explanation for what's going on here, but like, he really does seem just fine. He seems all good.
Hey, it's one day. He had a couple mushrooms. Probably had a water bottle. He's all right.
I'm reading I'm trying to translate the YouTube comments, like from Japanese to see if I can get any more context. And some of them are just, it says, quote, "It's really important to realize that you're being looked for. My grandpa didn't come home for 2 days and he got mad." So like, I guess he was mad that people were looking for him. Like, I don't know.
Come on, man.
I do think this guy did get lost. Like, I don't think he was intending to do this, as we said, but yeah, unscathed.
You want people looking for you. Imagine you came out after 2 days and it's like when you have to turn your phone off for a movie and you turn it on and no one texted you and everyone's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" You're like, "I've been gone for 2 days." Like, "Oh, really? We didn't notice at all."
Oh, it turns out nothing meaningfully changes if you're not here.
Yeah.
Think about that.
There's a reply. I don't know if this person knows it from, knows Japanese and can read the article. There's a suggestion that he was stuck in bamboo,
that's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know how that, I mean, I guess it's grows pretty thick. Stuck in bamboo. It's pretty good.
Yeah, he's good. He's just locked in there. There's a trap. He got hoisted in a cage. That's what I would imagine. That he got hoisted up in a cage by some sort of big praying mantis.
I hate to be hoisted in a cage.
Oh, brother. When you're walking and then you see a suspicious pile of leaves on the forest floor, walk over it and hear strings becoming taut. Oh, brother, you're in for a
That's what they mean
weekend.
When they say he got caught in bamboo. It was like bamboo lashed together in some kind of contraption.
Yeah,
That's
a pulley was involved. Mm-hmm. It's not good.
Yeah, I guess that's like the two, it depends which cartoon you're in, right? When you go into the woods, you can be in the Miyazaki nature or you can be in the like racist colonialist Looney Tunes nature. Like, are you going to get stuck in the big bamboo cage or put in the big cauldron, or are you going to like enlist the help of some whimsical creatures? You gotta be prepared for both outcomes.
If I ever end up in a big pot with people chopping on vegetables, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm gonna be so mad.
The carrots.
This-
Come on.
Great. This is the last thing I need.
I do feel like if it happened to me, I would be like, well, I did reference this scenario 9,000 times in my life. So I guess I've brought this upon myself by thinking about it maybe once a day.
Oh, come on. My phone was in my pocket.
Hate to be tricked into thinking I'm taking a hot, refreshing bath only to find they're salting and peppering the water. My God.
They're seasoning me.
Uh-huh.
I think about that every time I get a massage too. That I'm just being prepped. I'm being tenderized and marinated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big pot.
Doing a jacquard machine on you. Yeah. I mean, I think honestly I'd take the Cage over the Miyazaki because it's like more whimsical, but you're involved in Miyazaki. Now you're in a fucking tower. Time's dilated. You got to climb it.
It can go bad. Yeah.
You got to negotiate with a wizard and, stack some blocks. It's crazy. I don't want any part of that.
Yeah. There is like a whole sort of mythology that you have to get your head around in order to get out of the pickle you're in, as opposed to just, how do I get out of this big pot without them noticing?
And I'm not a curious child who's feeling, like ennui in my country home. I would just be like, I want to go home now. They'd be like, but we need to save the spirit. And I'd be like, I want to go home.
There's no Wi-Fi
Take
here.
me home.
Get me back.
Take me home. Where's the door? I'm going home. Sorry about all that, but
good luck. Good luck with this problem that I will not be helping you with.
Yeah.
Should we do number one?
Let's do it.
Number one.
And this week's number one reason to say what a time to be alive.
Number one this week also comes to us from Punished Eric in the Discord. Hit that bonk button. Do we have a cat and nine tails sound effects for Punished Eric?
Oh, we slipped on something.
We should get a whip sound.
There's so many stories of the people who are like, I tried to find out if a banana would really make you slip. Banana peel would really make you slip. Yeah, it does. And so many people just fuck themselves up trying it. It's so funny.
Very slippery. Very slippery.
Yeah, if you stomp on it, you're going upside down, brother. You're going crazy.
It is like it's like an ice skating fall where it's like legs up, body down, like
you
horizontal.
spin around you're going spinning around your fulcrum. You're going crazy.
Say goodbye to your tailbone. It's gone.
Kiss your coccyx goodbye, dude. Shattered.
You'll be able to kiss your coccyx because it will be up by your throat after you fall and slam it into the ground.
Yeah. But yeah, so this story comes from Punished Eric in the Discord, and this is a story, big win for a Quebec town. Apparently, this town collectively all entered the lottery and thus all won. But instead of
there's poor people around.
instead of this being like a class action situation, where you're like, my class action against vitamin water is done. I've received 27.5 cents via mailed check. This town is actually so small that it just became a small town of multiple multimillionaires. So it's 150 residents in this fishing village. Love a fishing village. They're using some bamboo there. You're getting pulled up in a don't be walking through a fishing village because there's traps. Very often haunted also, fishing village, at least going by games. Fishing village usually haunted. Walking in there going, where is everybody? And something's happened.
Well, they got lost at sea and now they're sort of haunting the rest of the town. That's where everybody is.
Yeah, and there's kind of weird music playing, but this fishing village not doing that. A good thing happened to them. So 150 residents, they bought tickets. They do a pool. They do the lottery
but only
pool.
like 15 people bought them, right? It doesn't look like the whole town bought them.
Okay, so yeah, it's a 14-person pool who won Quebec's Lotto Max, $50 million jackpot.
Lotto Max.
Lotto Max, Quebec Lotto, you could be the winner.
You won the Lotto. I'm gotta be careful getting too Cajun.
Yeah, play, you idiots.
I know.
They're close enough. I feel like if you do Cajun, you're closer to Quebec than if you do French. So.
Yeah.
It's Quebecois, the one, that's like, there's that's just an
it's Celine
completely, yeah, but you cannot understand it. It's not French or English. It's just crazy to try to understand.
Well, there's if you go further east, it's that we were talking about it where it's this weird New Brunswick French where it's French said someone who is not even trying to do a French accent and is American mixed with English. It's very confusing. It makes you feel like you're having a stroke because you're like, this is French, but I can understand it somehow. And it makes me uncomfortable. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like a Quebecois streamer, I think, that like whenever something bad is happening, nobody can understand what he's saying at all. It's like getting like annoyed. It approaches probably the closest to like hon 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 territory there is, where it's just like, what the fuck is happening?
Hon 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 territory. That's another name for the borders of Quebec.
Yeah, we're entering hon 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 territory. 14 people won Quebec's Lotto Max.
So
$50
10%
million
of the
jackpot.
people in this town.
Yeah. Which divided up. I don't know the tax situation. Maybe in Canada you actually do, everything you read here in America, in the U.S. is if you win the lotto, it's just basically they might as well give you a monkey's paw. Like that's what happens to you.
They take more money than you won somehow. You end up owing them money. It's not even worth it.
You're broke now. Reverse lottery. Fucking switched up. But it's divided up. And it says that each of these 14 people now won $3.5 million. I don't know if that's CAD or US dollars. So, yeah, and then it doesn't say if this is before or after taxes and et cetera. So I don't know if this is, if they got 3.5 after or 3.5. And then the owner of the store also got a 1%. I guess they brought him in on the pool, which is, you got to do that. You got to have... Because every link has to be taken care of.
Yeah, grease the palms.
Yeah, and you gotta. I mean, honestly, a lottery pool. I don't want to get involved in a lottery pool because of the amount of murders. Amount of cases I've seen.
Yeah,
you're gonna get your shit solved by the mentalist if you're doing lottery pools. All right.
Yeah.
Patrick Jane's coming to figure out which of you did this. So yeah, they're all now, which has. Now just, I guess, turned this town. This isn't part of the story. This is my assumption. Turned this town into a basically a study on wealth inequality, which is
right. Fundamentally changed the socioeconomic makeup of this town.
Yeah,
10% of the people are now millionaires. This is, you know what this is equivalent of?
The Quebec prison experiment is now underway.
This is like what would happen in like gold mining towns, where it's like all of a sudden. A bunch of people are randomly rich and run everything. Very interesting.
Though I don't know if they'd stay or they're... Oh, my God. This is lovely, but Loretta Griffin, who just turned 74, says this one will allow her to retire from the fish plant where she's worked on the floor for 30 years. I mean, when you're 74, I don't even know if it's retiring at that. It's like you should have been... Obviously, no one can retire anymore, but should have been retired like, oh, man, I just want it before 74. I feel like you don't have that much... Not to say time left, but you want that shit to hit a little earlier.
I mean, if you could minimize the amount of time you spend working at a fish plant, I think that's probably what you want generally. I don't think that's like an awesome job. Pretty stinky, most likely.
Benefits.
Pretty smelly.
As many fish heads as you want.
I had a roommate who used to go work in a fish plant in the summers in Alaska, and he would like make enough money that he didn't really have to work during the year.
Oh yeah.
And then you're in Alaska in the summer and it's like beautiful, and on your days off you can like go kayak and hike and stuff. But he was like, yeah, it's gross. Like there's a reason it pays a lot. It's because it's disgusting and nasty.
Those jobs are fascinating. Like I once like talked to a guy. It was just a guy I got like paired with in an online game with, and he did one of those jobs where he's like 2 months a year I do very dangerous pipe fitting, and then 10 months a year I'm chilling. And I'm like, damn, that kind of seems.
Was he
sick.
like one of those scuba guys, like the guy who does it underwater?
I
That's
think
like a
so.
thing you
like,
do it like twice a year, and then you don't have to work because like you might die every time.
Dude, he was crazy. I wanted to be like, tell me more about your like the game ends, and I'm like, no, keep in touch with me because his screen name was like Alligator Joe. So I was like, that was what made me talk to him. I'm like, what is that? And he's like, I live in fucking the swamp, and I have a pipe fitter. Maybe he just lied to me, but I don't. I hope not. Yeah, so these people won. I do also think this is going to be a bit of an unfortunate, like, because I think these days this is one of those things where like someone's a multi-millionaire, and it's like that means maybe you don't have to work, like for the rest of your life. Like it's like so much less money than it used to be, you know?
Yeah.
Somebody's just like
depending on when you win that might not cut it.
Yeah. It's just like so because they're all doing the thing where they're like, I'm buying my son a house and I'm buying a car, and it's like you're going to be out of money in 4 days. You're going to get the classic lottery thing, or whatever. But still, I mean, it's got to be bummer for the rest of the town. Again,
that's-
this
I mean,
is a
I guess-
mentalist case waiting to happen.
This is the question about like winning money like this, where say you win with these people and they won $3.5 million, which like would not be enough for any of us to like live on for the rest of our lives, generally speaking. Probably not. So do you spend it on things that you can just have now that you don't need, that you won't need later? Like buy a house in cash, and then it's like, it's everything else in my life is the same, but I did this one thing with this money.
But the property taxes, Kath, the property taxes.
For sure. But like, if you buy a place where you're like, I can afford with the rest of my life the property taxes with this, like, do you do that, or do you try to invest it and then like bump up your quality of life a little bit every month with the proceeds from the investment? Like, I don't know. I don't know what you do. I think
I try to live off dividends, but I don't know if that's enough.
I think you buy. Well, it wouldn't be enough. It would be like a supplement to your regular life. Because you couldn't like stop working off of it, but it might make things easier for you. I think you just do the one-time purchase and then are like, I consider this money gone now, and I live the same as I did.
For buying a $3.5 million house?
Not
Caleb Hammer eviscerating Kath.
I'm not buying a $3.5 million house, but buying the house you can afford,
and then
so that
the money works for itself. The money works for itself. You just like, if you don't spend more than you're making, it just keeps going. You know, like you could definitely. Not quit your job, but I think it would certainly you could do multiple of those things. I mean, I'm not saying buy 10 Ferraris, but like, yeah, I
guess I'm saying like, do you, when you have that amount of money, you can't like. I feel like lifestyle creep is a problem because that is not an infinitely sustaining amount of money.
No, it's something to watch out for sure. I mean, it depends on what their lifestyle currently is too, right? I mean, you know, like if they need, you know, $200,000 after tax to live every year, then they can't live off that. If they need $60,000 after tax to live every year, they probably could live off of that. It probably is self-sustaining. My
hypothetical is you win a lot of money, but not enough to live off of.
Right.
What do you do with it? Is my hypothetical.
Yeah, I think the supplement. Maybe you buy a house but get a mortgage. You know, don't buy it cash, and that way you're not like fully. You know, you don't have like half the money's not gone or whatever. I don't know. I mean,
I feel like I would just want to buy it cash and be like, now I don't have to worry about this. I feel like I would do that.
I think,
it would be too. I don't want to like make anything else nice that I'll have to keep paying for. I don't know.
Well, it depends on if you can get a mortgage rate that's like low. We're just a finance podcast now. We're a very ill-advised finance.
I would
podcast.
say the first thing I would do is pay a financial advisor. That would be high. On
yeah. That would probably be.
Hire the chief hitman to take out my mom and live in her house. Problem solved.
Hire a very high. I would start hiring much higher quality hitmen. I'll tell you that right now. I'd probably take it and
cheap
watch
out on the hitman and
hitman at a steal to kill my mom so I get her house.
Yeah,
I'd
take the
crime.
money. I'd watch all those GQ videos about people's 10 most important things, and then I'd just buy all those. You know, I'd buy about 45 Rimowa suitcases and just sit on those. Let them appreciate in value.
Just going nuts, going on Wirecutter, add all to cart.
Yes. Yeah. Honestly, see, that's the thing is if I didn't just spend it on one finite thing, I would just be like, I would hire someone to go through Wirecutter and buy me all the stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
buying
optimized.
the budget pick, the splurge pick, the overall pick. I'm going down the line. I think that's like the interesting real hypothetical with this sort of thing is basically it's like, because I think people think if you win that much, A, you don't have to work anymore, and B, you get to be rich now. And it's basically one or the other. You get to either buy a bunch of rich people's shit
lucky.
or you get to live in fairly regular, like not super, like crazy
Also, like,
quality of life.
If you're like younger than middle age, the idea of you don't have to work anymore means you will drive yourself insane within like you know what I mean? Like most people are not cut out for, I don't have to work anymore. Like that turns you into.
Nobody
is. The human mind is not.
And like you spend
My parents
money,
are both
probably.
retired.
Like,
they played
you know what I mean?
6 hours of backgammon a day. That's not good for you.
Being retired is different though, I think, but like a, having money just appear and then like I don't have to work anymore. I feel like that's a dangerous thing to.
Unless
set
you
yourself
got
on.
some like hobbies you're really really into already. Unless you already have like a very well-rounded life. I feel like that.
I mean, if you win like $100 million, like enough money that like you can't mess. It's very hard to mess it up unless you start buying real estate and art or something. Like I don't even know what you would need to do.
Which is the first thing I'm buying. Real estate and art.
I'm hanging a Rothko in my studio apartment. It's number one.
I'm putting it all into necklaces so I can look like that picture of the Indian guy with the gold. What's his like the famous gold man? Do you know what I'm talking about?
The
Beats
famous
me, but
gold
I'm imagining
man.
him.
The famous
he sounds
gold
cool.
man.
You're talking about Oscar.
I feel like
Famous
if I
gold
put it,
man. Oscar.
I literally
that,
put in
that nude
famous
guy
Indian
who's
gold man. I typed in famous Indian gold man on YouTube and it immediately got me to him. So it worked.
I got
Why
up
are you
here. I got
searching on YouTube?
I have India gold man battered to death. Is this the same guy?
Well,
Jeez.
that's the risk when you wear that much gold. That's obviously the risk.
Oh no!
This guy.
I
This
have
guy.
literally never seen that guy before in my
I'm
life.
not familiar
Oh,
with this
man.
man. Apparently, rest in peace to this
Rest
man.
in
though.
peace to him.
Jesus.
He's- well, he's not killing it anymore.
I
Dude was
I don't
going
know this guy.
crazy.
Who is he? Well, he's dead. It's like, all right. Guess I don't have to know him. Can just
But
give
yeah.
up that space. Jesus.
Look, we've
Yeah, he
talked
wa-
about how you want
oh.
to invest in minerals before. That's what you'd be doing with this money for sure.
Yeah.
Buying gold.
Yep. His Wikipedia page was an Indian businessman and millionaire.
Damn. R.I.P. R.I.P. to famous Indian gold man.
Yeah, he gained fame in 2012 after having a $240,000 customized gold shirt made, earning him the nickname Gold Man and Pimpry Gold Man. So
Pimpry gold man.
Wow. Beaten to death over a financial dispute, if you can believe it.
Wow.
no way, dude.
I would have thought it was something else. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well,
So I'd recommend against going the route of lots of gold necklaces
do not
and custom
become
gold shirts.
a gold man.
If you win the
Do
lotto.
not become
Our
a
advice to these
treasure
Quebec
goblin.
fishermen: do not become a gold man.
Do not become a thing that someone would chase in Diablo for loot. Do not become the kind of guy that looks like coins spill out when you hit him. Do not become that.
He does look like that. He does look like you get some coins.
Do not flaunt how many rings will go flying if you land on a spike.
Yeah.
All right. Well, should we do plugs?
Let's do it.
Like and subscribe.
That's right.
Find our Patreon bonus episodes, merch, Discord, and more at whatatimepod.com. And follow us on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram at whatatimepod. Check out Kath's other podcast, Lie, Cheat, and Steal, about liars, frauds, thieves, and bullshitters. Theme song by Naughty Professor. Thanks for listening, and best of luck.
I have a show at The Gutter in Williamsburg on October 2nd at 9 p.m. I'm doing Live Snakes comedy show hosted by former guest of the show, Kevin McCaffrey. So come check it out.
For me, I just got the Twitch streams going. I do those Mondays at 3 Eastern, but also I'm thinking about expanding that into like a more regular, multiple times a week maybe thing. Let me know what times like people like to watch that stuff. Be like evenings, days, so I can figure out and do that. At twitch.tv/pig_dog.
Check out The Gold Man. On
Pay your
Wikipedia.
respects. Check it out. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.